this thing. Okay, this is better, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of the history of the Black pioneers in Hogan's Alley in this first poem that I'm going to do for you. It actually rolls into another one, so here we go. The history of the Black pioneers in Hogan's Alley in Vancouver, BC is a big part of the history of me. In 1857, Charles and Nancy Alexander left St. Louis, Missouri, heading for the gold fields in California, you see, and then to Canada by invitation of Sir James Douglas, the Governor General of BC, along with several other black families to settle on Vancouver Island. Now these free blacks left the racial and oppressive conditions for a new life in Canada. My mother's great-grandparents on her father's side were Charles and Nancy Alexander. And also on that journey, on my mother's side, was my great-granny, Corilla Gwynn. She settled on Salt Spring, alongside the Starks, the Estays, and the Wimps. Yeah. Now my great-granny met and married a Caucasian man from England. His name was Henry Wood. Together they had 11 kids born and raised on Salt Spring. So that was my Grandma Vi's hood. Yeah. Viva Adelene Wood, born in 1901. My grandma and her family had some big time fun. You hear me? My mom arrived in 1920, from what they told me. Adeline Ellen Alexander, born in Victoria, BC. Now, Grandma opened up Vi's in the 40s, and from what I heard, it was really something. But my memories start in the 60s, and that place was jumping. Ooh! Now, it's historically significant. Back then, it was highly rated. I'm going to tell you how it was and where it was located. Ooh! From the corner of Main to the alley on Union. That's where you would find the spot. Vi's Chicken and Steaks was pretty hot, let me tell you. My grandma owned the joint, that's right, and ran it, first class too. T-bones, porterhouse, filet mignon, and a half a chicken was the meat on the menu. Biscuits, that was homemade, baked fresh every day. Melt in your mouth and sold out quick, because Grandma didn't play, that's right. She served it with mushrooms, onions, peas, salad, and fries. And that was the complete menu when you came to Vi's. Now the hours were 5 at night to 5 a.m. But after midnight it was always strong. There was no liquor license, so folks bought their own long. My grandma supplied the ice in the mix and would always take a minute and sip to have her a drink or two, yeah. The cops would come in after they beat, the cabbies would come in off the street, and the entertainers back then when they came to town would walk through her doors, because Grandma didn't mess around. Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, Lou Rawls, Billie Holiday, Diana Ross and the Supremes, Sammy Davis Jr. would come in clean. Vi's Chicken and Steaks was a hot part of that night scene. You hear me? And there was a time, I'll say it again, there was a time when Jimi Hendrix's grandmama worked for mine. Ooh! Now, I remember Rosie, the dishwasher, and my mom and my sister, the waitress. Everybody was friends. My grandma hired only women, even way back then. And the laughter, the laughter would be jumping all night long up out of that place. First class dining at Vi's Chicken and Steaks. Ooh, thank you.